Okay guys, so a few months ago, during one of my Lumix training sessions, I came across a tool, a camera tool that I didn't even know existed. So it was a strange situation also. So there was one of the participants who had that tool, he was working with that tool. And I approached him and said, hey man, great having you. Feel free to leave it on the ground. I mean, it's way convenient to shoot without it. You don't have to be afraid that it will get stolen because we're here with the whole group. Just leave it, man, leave it on the ground. And he was like, no man, this is my tool. And I was like, what? What is it? I mean, it's so big. And that was the moment that he introduced me to that tool. And I found it quite odd, but still a very interesting tool. The one he had was the sack. Strange name, but yes, it's really the sack, his sack. So, what's the sack? Well, the sack is like a saddlebag. It's a bag used to place your camera on to give it more stability in your shots. And that's great when you have, like me, a camera without stabilization in it or not even stabilized lenses. And it's great because then you're not like dependent on batteries, you're not dependent on gimbals, you don't have those motorized shots because then you get the handheld movement but still stabilized. There's only one downside, and that's the fact that this sack is quite big. Now what? So I was thinking, why not make it myself? I mean, the saddlebag in fact is like a bag, just a shoulder bag, but then in a specific U shape. And I think I got a solution. So what you need is in fact a bag, a shoulder bag that is quite flexible. So I got the Retrospective 5, and as you can see, it's very flexible. And that's perfect. So that makes it possible to shape it in a way that fits your camera. So what I did, easily, just take away all of the dividers, and then I used bubble wrap. Just place one for the bottom and just one on both sides, like this, so you get really like a U shape with a hole in the middle. And then when you close it, just push it down a bit. As you can see now, it's getting that U shape, as you can see. And so when I put it on and then place my camera on it, for instance a very small one now, I can put it on like this. And as you can see, it's like a stabilized situation. I had a camera with a V-mount battery on it, a bit bigger than this setup, and it was great. It was easy to shoot, all those micro jitters were gone. It was really a pleasure to work with. And what's great is that you can even rest the camera in between shots on the bag. You don't even have to hold it. So that's great. So I had fun with this, but then I noticed that this bag was a bit too small. So the sack is too big, this one is too small. You got them from more brands. Open Moon, I saw them at IBC. I tested their medium size, and that one was perfect. But of course, I had another solution. And the other solution is a bigger bag. As you can see, it's the same. My friends at Transcontinental hooked me up with this one. This is the Retrospective 7 of Think Tank. I love this lineup. They are great, but the great thing about this one, it's a version 2 by the way, so it's even better than the Mark 1. The bag is bigger now, and I can easily rest the camera that I'm using now to shoot me with a V-mount battery on it, the whole rig built out, and I can easily fit it here. It's the same thing, I build it the same way with the bubble wrap on it, the bottom, on the sides, and as you can see, it's really got that U shape. You can really rest the camera in between, and this one is bigger, there's more real estate, it's working even better. I've used it, and it's great to work with this setup. And of course, I also took this one on the spin, and it is great to work with this. It's even more convenient because it has more real estate. You can easily rest your camera on it. It's more stabilized. It's not that close to the body. That's also very convenient. The other one was just a bit too small, so I had to really press it to my body, otherwise it will fall over. And this one, it's not the case. It is really well built, of course, the bag, and you got a real bag. So to end this video, I can say indeed the sack or saddlebag is a great tool for stabilizing, but this do-it-yourself is even better. One, I still have a bag to put my camera in it and don't have to take a bag separately with me. And another one is that I got the experience of shooting with a saddlebag without investing in the real deal. So there you go guys, that's the video for today. If you have any questions, leave the comments below, and as always, see you next time.